Hello everyone, Switch here. This is a small channel update for now. First of all, I'm just glad and still proud to have reached 6,000 subscribers on my channel. I was like, wow, so soon? But anyways, I'm just happy to have 6,000 subscribers and the count is still climbing, going up. So I'm just more than proud to be have so many. I didn't expect that any of my subscribers or the new viewers was so much enjoying my stories so much of it. I mean, it was beyond any of my dreams of that. But anyways, for the past few days, I have been working on a new love story, and I will tell it's Luna and Peepsqueak. But before you start saying, why would you do a love story between an acorn or a princess and called a kid who is probably like 10 or 12 years old when Luna is like 1,000 years old? Here's the part. I actually didn't want to do this story originally because when I saw another story with Apple Bloom with Sakura, before that was long before I even considered to make that story in the first place. But after I saw some drawings of someone else and we made of them together, I thought maybe I would give it a chance to see how people react. I just want to see how people want to take that. So after I made that story, I was very surprised how much people very much liked that story, despite the age differences. And I thought maybe what about doing another one? But that actually didn't happen until one of my subscribers actually had asked me if I could do something similar. So I asked myself, which other characters can I do with something similar as for Apollo and Sakura? Well, I didn't know since there were a number of possibilities for as this type of age difference uh, love story. So I asked my girlfriend if she had any suggestions, and she gave me that with Luna and Peepsqueak. And sure enough, after several days now, I have been finished this new love story, but it won't be published and uploaded late. Probably you will probably ask me when would I upload that. Actually, it will be uploaded quite soon because I decided to make this one to as 6,000 subscribers special. Since I had done in the past, I had done those with like 1,000, 2,000, and recently 5,800 subscribers special. So I decided to make a 6,000. But here is another thing. The normally stores with like Apple Bloom and Sakura was only about 41 minutes long. This one will be one of the longest love stories I ever made. Recently, I even made Flash with Sunset Shimmer human version from my Quest Girls, of which were 55 minutes long. But this one with Luna and Peepsqueak takes the cake. Literally, it's actually 1 hour long. You heard me right. It's an hour long. First, I didn't expect this to be an hour long first originally. I thought maybe it could just be around 40 to 50 minutes long. But since I thought to myself, since this is going to be a 6,000 subscribers special, so I thought maybe do it a little bit longer than I originally do. So I considered to do it an hour, which I later did, and has been converted to being as a video and saved and just waited to be uploaded. And I decided to upload it on Friday. Since Friday seems to be more seems to be a more perfect time to be uploading that particular story. I know that many are curious what will this be about? How will this relationship work? Well, I won't tell much details because I want everyone to be surprised and most of all very intrigued. I really want to see the outcome, how people react to this particular story. Since I made one like similar earlier with Apple Bloom and Sakura. And if this one had the same success as the previous one I made, I might do others with something similar with other characters. Well, depends from what characters I find. But I do also mention I have recently been working on other love story or love story or more another audio story. And the audio story that I have been worked on for past few about a few weeks now is actually the name of um when I first found it I didn't have any particular name for it. But when I made found a picture of the particular story, it's showing Tempest in a desert wasteland of what's supposed to be Crystal Empire. So I thought maybe when she's traveled in the future, in a far future, by accident. The only detail I can say though that Tempest returns to Quetu Pulmi, finds Twilight reading a new spell book of ancient spells which she was given by Celestia, and supposedly this was some sort of teleportation spell. She thought to be just moving a character, a person, or a pony just a short distance, maybe like a few feet from each other. But she didn't expect this to be like a time travel spell. Transform her, teleports her to far future. But exactly how far? I haven't even came up with that yet. Probably maybe a few centuries, maybe 1,000 years. I don't know. But that is all I can tell. And the title for that story is Tempest Time Warp. Yeah. And for Discord's Secret Daughter, I have finally finished with chapter 7. Now I only need to be translating the text to English, since I always write my stories in Swedish, which is easier for me to come up with a story. And I already had in mind for chapter 8, but I cannot say much about that except it will take at least several years after chapter 7. But I exactly don't know if it will be chapter 9 or chapter 10 like the previous story with Twilight and Spike in the fire room. If this seems to be that there is a possibility though that chapter 8 might be the last chapter of Discord's Secret Daughter. I'm not saying that it is official yet, since basically I have decided yet. But if it would be, probably. But I'm not saying if it is for official yet. But anyways though, I just wanted to inform all about this, and especially this new love story that had been worked on for the past few days. And I do say, it took longer than I usually think, and it did also end up longer than I expected. But I do hope that it will be have this great success, and I just hope that this particular story will have this good reviews as the previous one, and if it does, probably will make other in the future. But they also depend from what characters and, of course, how what outcome that will have. But I do have worked on a few stories before that one, and there are some still stories that have to be fixed. I can also inform that recently I even got another copyright message on my love stories. That was Twilight Fluttershy Love Story. Don't worry, I managed to save a copy of the story in time before it was completely deleted. The reason why it was copyright was not the pictures, which was fan made ones, luckily. It was one of the songs I used for it, and it was Kung Fu Panda from the third movie. Apparently, it was that was a detective, but I don't hate for what that happens. When it happens, it happens. But anyways, all I can say now for now though is wait until Friday when you see this new love story. I don't know if people will hate it or like it, but if people will hate it, I will respect their wishes and their response. I can't force people to like my stories anyways. And if you didn't want to like my stories anymore and want to unsubscribe from the channel, that's up to you. And but I do appreciate that anyone who likes my stories, no matter what content they have, and I try to make them as realistic as possible. Anyways, that for this is for now, but yeah, and hope everyone has a great day and has a great weekend this is far and this so far, and stay safe during this crisis. And once again, well, stay safe, and this is always all for Sweet Diablo for now. Goodbye.